Manuel Acuña Roxas, born on January 1, 1892, was the fifth President of the Philippines, the last of the Commonwealth of the Philippines, and the first of the sovereign Third Philippine Republic. He ruled as President from the Philippines' independence from the United States of America on July 4, 1946, until his abrupt death in 1948. Manuel Roxas was married to Trinidad de Leon at Our Lady of Remedies Church located at Barangay Sibol, San Miguel, Bulacan in 1921. The couple had two children, Maria Rosario Roxas, who is married to Vicente Roxas, and Gerardo Roxas, who married Judy Araneta.
1917, he was a member of the Municipal Council in Capiz.
He became the youngest governor of his province.
Elected House of Representatives in 1922.
For 12 consecutive years, he was the Speaker of the House.
He was the member of the Constitutional Convention from 1934 to 1935. Secretary of Finance and Chairman of the National Economic
Chairman
Council.
of the National Development Company and many other government corporations and agencies.
Brigadier General in the USAFE and guerrilla leader.
1941, he was elected to the Philippine
But
Senate.
was unable to serve until 1945 because of the outbreak
North bank of the river, fire at last remaining Jap strongholds in the southern part of the city. 155mm howitzers.
During World War II, he was made officer between the Commonwealth government and the U.S. Army Forces on the Far East headquarters of General Douglas MacArthur.
Accompanied President Quezon to Corregidor, where he supervised the destruction of Philippine currency to prevent its capture by the
prior to
Japanese.
Quezon's departure that he was made executive secretary.
His designated successor to the presidency in case Quezon or Vice President Osmeña were captured and
As they faced the gigantic task of rehabilitation, the Filipinos had ample need of the stoicism and courage they had shown under occupation.
Congress of the Philippines was convened in 1945. The legislators elected in 1941 chose Roxas as Senate President.
Prior to the Philippine national elections of 1946, Senate President Manuel Roxas left the Nacionalista Party and formed the Liberal
Roxas
Party.
became their candidate for president, while Elpidio Quirino became their candidate for vice president.
Nacionalistas had Osmeña as president and Senator Eulogio Rodriguez for vice
On
president.
April 23, 1946, Roxas won 54% of the vote. The Liberal Party won majority in the legislature.
May 8, 1946, President-elect Roxas, accompanied by U.S. High Commissioner Paul V. McNutt, left for the United States.
With Commissioner Paul McNutt, General Manuel Roxas, President-elect of the Philippines, arrives for a visit with President Truman. On July 4th of this year, the Philippines Commonwealth will attain its independence. General Roxas speaks to the people of the United States.
The Filipinos are grateful and have a deep affection for America. Although the color of our skin is brown, the temper of our minds and our beliefs is almost identical with yours. The Philippines, in government system and tradition, is a replica in miniature of the United States. That has been transplanted to a land 10,000 miles across the seas, the seed of American democracy. If a prosperous and free democracy can be built in the Philippines upon the ruins of war, the prestige of America and the American way of life will be raised to towering heights, and the millions of people of the Far East will look to us and to you as their models.
May 28, 1946, Roxas was inaugurated as the last president of the Commonwealth of the Philippines.
The inaugural ceremonies were held in the ruins of the Legislative Building and was witnessed by 200,000 people.
In his address, he outlined the main policies of his administration.
Closer ties to the United States.
Adherence to the newly created United Nations.
National reconstruction and relief of the masses.
Social justice for the working class.
Maintenance of peace and order.
Preservation of individual rights and liberties of the citizenry.
And honesty and efficiency of government.
On June 3, 1946, Ross appeared for the first time before a joint session of Congress to deliver his first State of the Nation
Members of the
address.
Congress, the problems of the Philippines, and he reported on the special trip to the U.S. about the approval for independence.
On June 21, he reappeared in front of another joint session of the Congress and urged the acceptance of the Tidings-McDuffie Act and the Bell Trade Act by the Congress of the United States.
Roxas' term as President of the Commonwealth ended on the morning of July 4, 1946, when the Third Republic of the Philippines was inaugurated and independence from the United States proclaimed.
4th of July, 1946 was Philippine Independence Day. Over 200,000 people came, dressed in their finery. We watched a rain-soaked American flag come down and a rain-soaked Filipino flag go up. After all, it was the rainy season.
Economy. Reputed to be the most bombed and destroyed country in the world, the Philippines was in a sorry mess. The country was facing near bankruptcy. There was no national economy, no export trade. Indeed, production for exports had not been restored. For President Roxas, among the main remedies proposed was the establishment of the Philippine Rehabilitation Finance Corporation. This entity would be responsible for the construction of 12,000 houses and for the grant of easy term loans in the amount of 177 million pesos. Another proposal was the creation of the Central Bank of the Philippines to help stabilize the Philippine dollar reserves and coordinate the nation's banking activities, gearing them to the economic progress. Concentrating on the sugar industry, President Roxas would exert such efforts as to succeed in increasing production from 13,000 tons at the time of Philippine liberation to an all-high of 1 million tons. Agrarian reform. In 1946, shortly after his induction to presidency, Manuel Roxas proclaimed the Rice Share Tenancy Act of 1933 effective throughout the country. Among the remedial measures enacted was the Tenant Act, which provided for a 70-30 sharing arrangements and regulated share tenancy contracts. Amnesty Proclamation. President Roxas, on January 28, 1948, granted full amnesty to all so-called Philippine collaborators. The presidential decision did much to heal a standing wound that somehow threatened to divide the people's sentiments. It was a much called for measure to bring about a closer unity in the trying times when such was most needed for the progress of the nation. Hooks outlawed. Disgusted with the crimes being committed by Hukbonang Bayan laban sa Hapon, also called as the Hooks, and possessing evidence of their subversion, Roxas issued a proclamation outlawing the Hook movement on March 6, 1948. Treaty of General Relations. Aside from withdrawing her sovereignty from the Philippines and recognizing her independence, the treaty reserved for the United States some basis for the mutual protection of both countries, consented that the United States represent the Philippines in countries where the latter had not yet established diplomatic representation, made the Philippines assume all debts and obligations of the former government of the Philippines. United States military bases. Roxas was forced to concede military bases, trade restriction for the Philippine citizens, and special privileges for U.S. property owner and investor. Parity Rights Amendment. On March 11, 1947, Philippine voters agreeing with Roxas ratified in a nationwide plebiscite the Parity Amendment to the 1935 Constitution of the Philippines, granting United States citizens the right to dispose of and utilize Philippine natural resources. Assassination Attempt. The night before the plebiscite, Roxas narrowly escaped assassination by Julio Guillen, a disgruntled barber from Tondo, Manila, who hurled a grenade at the platform on Plaza Miranda immediately after Roxas had addressed a rally. Death. Roxas did not finish his full 4-year term. On the morning of April 15, 1948, Roxas delivered a speech before the United States 13th Air Force. After the speech, He felt dizzy and was brought to the residence of Major General E.L. Eubank at Clark Field, Pampanga. He died later that night of a heart attack. Rojas' term as president is thus the third shortest, lasting 1 year, 10 months, and 18 days.